So, do we want to play the game that everyone's talking about? Fihekest with Joe
We
Towner.
can play 20 questions.
Yeah.
Oui.
Let's go for it.
Okay. Let me just open up the old notepad and so to make any notes. I will say I put a caveat on this week's. I don't know what the kind of rules we set out at the beginning were. Did we say that it has to be a specific type of thing, like has to be a singles wrestler or a?
I mean, normally
like
the way we.
I think every week we've done that, but
normally it's been a person.
Yeah.
From the world of wrestling.
So, yes, it is a person from the world of wrestling. That's all I'll say. So there you go. Bear that in mind.
Okay. So, do you want to go first, Barry, or me?
You can go first.
Is it a wrestler? Is it somebody who's best known as primarily a wrestler?
No.
So it's not a wrestler. Some kind of periphery wrestling figure.
Oh, weird. Okay. That kind of rules out questions about active then, I guess. So, let me see here. I mean, should we start with the simple stuff like man or woman?
Yeah.
Is it a man?
Yes.
It's a man. Okay, so it's a non-wrestling man.
Could be President-elect Trump.
Could be one of those NASCAR blokes from that old Raw guest host thing.
Could be as well.
How about this? Question 3. Is it somebody who's famous outside of wrestling? So not necessarily famous for wrestling.
No, they're famous for wrestling career.
Okay. So, Paul, are you thinking it could be
a commentator,
writer,
authority figure, ring announcer, manager?
See, it's tough. So, I mean, I presume we could rule out Vince because, he's pretty well known as a wrestler.
Well, he's not best known for being a wrestler.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
If you ask me, is this man a wrestler? Is he a wrestler? I would say no, probably. In the context of what we do here.
Okay, I have a question here. I'll ask Joe in a second. Run it past you first. A good question, maybe. Are they primarily known for being an authority figure on wrestling?
I think that's a good question.
Okay, is this person mainly or somewhat well known for being a pro wrestling authority figure?
They are not.
Okay, so it's not Vince McMahon, Shane McMahon, Bischoff, Dario Cueto, Billy Corgan,
Dixie
Billy
Carter.
Corgan.
Well, Dixie Carter is also not a man, unfortunately.
What?
Well, I've not looked in her pants lately, but
Paul, don't look. If she wants to look, if she tells you to use certain pronouns, just be respectful.
Well,
right?
she ain't told me that.
She ain't told me that, Paul Griffin. Okay, so I'm thinking. I guess our options now are commentators, refs, and possibly writers and bookers.
Okay, I'm going to ask maybe. I assume it's going to be someone who with an on-screen role, though maybe it's wrong to assume that. Like a writer or a booker would not necessarily be on screen, right? Someone like Big John.
If you want to establish the criteria with Joe, as is, commentators are considered on screen, writers are not, things like that. If you want to ask, are they?
Okay. Does this person's job rely on them appearing on screen in some form?
Yes.
Okay. So they're an on-screen persona, let's say, an on-screen presence.
Yeah. They're
So we could also have ring announcers,
ring crew,
backstage.
that lad with the hat from WWE in '99 in the crowd, the security bloke.
Also Mark Eaton. Okay, let me see here. So it's a man not famous outside of wrestling, not a
Not an authority
woman,
figure.
not an authority figure,
But on screen.
and somewhat on screen in some capacity. Okay, maybe commentator. I'm thinking, or announcer.
Yeah, I think commentators. Let's look at them in terms of like most to least likely. I would say number one would be like commentator because you have past wrestlers, you have people like Jim Ross, Michael Cole, who have quite high, quite well known without necessarily being wrestlers, you know. And then you have refs who are sometimes you'll know a ref's name, but not necessarily. And then lower down, you have like bookers and writers. Like, do people even really know that wouldn't know them to recognize? But they're not on screen anyway.
Yeah. So we can deem. So we can rule out.
Well, you have manager, commentator, and ref are your three big categories, I would say.
And then lower down we have ring announcers and backstage interviewers.
Yeah.
We can rule out writers because they're not on screen.
I nearly put those above referees. In fact,
you can rule out people like Russo because he's been an authority figure. He's been on TV. He's a well-known on-screen personality.
he's also not a man because he did tell me that.
Oh,
He told me that one, bro.
All right, I'll ask a question here. Is this person a commentator?
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
Commentator. Okay.
So at this point, Paul, I think we can start going to the usual questions about active or time period.
Do they currently commentate for WWE or TNA?
No.
Okay, so that knocks off quite a big range, I would say, of commentators who this could possibly be. Because WWE has about 10 currently active commentators across all their brands, and TNA has Matthews and Pope.
So we got non-WWE. We got Kevin Kelly.
Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be. It could be someone who in the past was a commentator for WWE or TNA, but is currently not.
Oh, do you want me to ask in general, are they active?
Yeah, you can.
Sure. So in any company, are they active?
Yes.
Okay. So currently active commentator, but not in WWE or TNA.
Kevin Kelly,
Matt Striker, Vampiro.
So we'll say no to that. Matt Striker and Vampiro was famous for being a wrestler.
Yeah,
I don't think
right.
we can.
That's right.
So we'll rule him out. Striker was a wrestler, but he wasn't really famous for me. I think he's more known as an announcer.
He's
honestly,
more infamous for being an announcer. I'd say.
Yeah,
notorious.
So we'll go Kelly, Striker, Corino. I mean, this is sent to Joe, so this could have been someone.
Who does the New Japan on Access commentary? Is that Kelly and Striker? Is it Kelly and Striker?
Josh Barnett.
Oh, Barnett, is he still doing it?
Yeah, it was him and Morrow, and now I believe it's him and JR. Yeah, JR is actually not a bad one because he is still active in that capacity, and he does like fucking What Culture or whatever the fuck, he does them as well sometimes. Okay, so yeah, JR, Matt Striker.
I suppose you could also throw in people like Excalibur, maybe, but he's also a wrestler, so yeah, you can ignore that.
Well, he wrestled in PWG for like 2 years. Like that's it. He's like Matt Striker in the sense that he's not famous.
Okay, maybe.
So yeah, Excalibur, Corino, Striker, Kelly. Is there any other prominent indie ones that I'm drawing a blank? I feel like I would probably have.
I don't really think so. I don't think there's any other big.
Alrighty. Do you want to? Let me see.
We can ask if they were a past wrestler because that would take like Corino, Striker, people who aren't necessarily known for being wrestlers.
Sure. Okay. Is this person a past or retired or semi-active?
A former wrestler.
A former wrestler in any capacity?
No.
Okay.
No. Okay. So Corino gone, Vampiro gone, Excalibur gone,
Striker gone.
So I guess Kevin Kelly is the only one.
Kevin Kelly.
He's the only one that we know of. I mean,
yeah.
If we're going by the rule here that we only have one actual guess, let's really think here. I mean, that's got to be it because we said no WWE, no TNA. So
yeah. So
So, I mean, this could be a listener really swerving us and going, Jim Dore at my local indie.
Was this person ever called a hermaphrodite by The Rock?
If you want, before we guess, we can ask. Do they work for Ring of Honor?
Sure.
Does this person work for Ring of Honor?
No.
Oh
My God, who could it be? So, commentator who does not currently commentate in WWE or TNA, who is active currently, so they are still a commentator, but they're not a former wrestler.
It is not Josh Barnett, because he is a wrestler.
Well, he has wrestled. He's a former wrestler, we could say. He has done wrestles.
I guess it could be Jim Ross.
Jim Ross, as per our quiz last week, has wrestled 9 matches, Barry. Although I wouldn't call him a wrestler necessarily.
But that doesn't make him a wrestler. I mean, if I got in the ring at OTT and someone smacked the shit out of me, would I be a wrestler?
But those Jim Ross matches were sanctioned WWE matches.
But
it's not like you versus Ospreay's shoulder, like at that last show.
Did you see, by the way, the person who runs their account for that film they're making tweeted me today saying they were coming back for me?
Oh dear.
Yeah, because I tweeted, they, fair play.
We're gonna have to sit as far away from Barry as possible at this OTT, because Ospreay is coming for his revenge on Barry.
Oh no!
Barry hit him on the injured shoulder at their last show.
Yeah, someone.
We'll go in Ricochet's corner. How about that? Stay over that way.
They hit their Kickstarter goal, and I said, they got time spare next year. They're coming out. They're like, yeah, we're coming back. I'm like, oh, good. Okay.
God, who can it be? So hang on, commentator. I mean, Jim Ross. Possibly.
I mean, are you seriously ruling out JR?
No.
I mean, I don't want to ask Joe to clarify because I feel like that'd be cheating.
Okay, I'm going to ask a question then. Has this person ever commentated in WWE?
Yes.
Okay, so former WWE commentator. So I suppose, Jim Ross, possibly. Who else?
Okay, so here's the other one. It could also be Cornette.
Oh, hang on. Does Cornette commentate still? Yeah, I think it's a little podcast.
Cornette did that What Culture show with JR. It was Cornette and Jim Ross.
But we said that they're currently active. That was just one.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
They did a show once, the two of them.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
Would you consider Jim Ross active? I suppose he is on New Japan, right?
I don't know. Like, it's been a while since I checked, but I believe this calendar year it was reported, Jim Ross is doing New Japan tonight. It's kind of funny because nobody talks about it, but no one talks about that show anyway because it's like repurposed old matches, so no one really cares. But I believe
it's complicated.
I mean, look, he is still recording fresh, original commentary.
I get your
weekly. I guess. I mean, look, we're out of options anyway, so just want to guess.
No, just do a question to confirm. Don't guess, right?
Is this person a WWE Hall of Famer?
Yes.
Okay. Is this person...
My question, Barry. Does this person ever lose a one-on-one match against Eric Bischoff?
I don't fucking know.
You were at the quiz last week, Joe. That was one of your questions.
Hang on.
Ask a better question, like, does this person have their own sauce?
Does this person incessantly get hung up on the fact that people don't sell enough these days?
Yes.
Okay. Take it, Barry.
Is this person James Ross?
Yes.
Yay!
We got there in the end. You think we would have got JR a bit faster, wouldn't you?
Well, I mean, look, he's not on TV and stuff, it's
out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, when Joe did that opening preamble, I was like, oh god, is this going to be like a concept like disqualification?
That's a good one.
Or a title belt. Like, yeah,
everyone's sending concepts.
No, just people, for the love of God.
Let's go.